Hey there YouTube, welcome to my domain. This is Everything Animated with part 2 of the Spring 2016 first reactions. Now, I haven't seen 100% everything, but this is pretty much everything that I'm gonna see as far as first reactions. Let us begin. This is pretty much a, fighting demons. You're a priest, you're a whatever the hell they're called. Hack and slash them up. Guy doesn't want to do it anymore because he's lost faith in himself. Girl's good at what she does, but when they both put their heads together, they become an amazing duo. I've seen it done 100 times. Other animes have done it better. Probably won't stick with this one, but I might give it one more episode just to see how it is. Well, if you were tired of cute girl animes and decided, hey, or let me say that again. Have you ever thought of taking the cute girl anime genre and putting a bunch of bikes in the mix, like motorcycles? Well, then this show's right up your alley because you get cute girls and motorcycles and a whole lot of stuff that if you're fans of motorcycles, you would probably understand what they are, because I couldn't tell you a bike from a Honda to a Kawasaki to anything like that. It's entertaining. It is what it is. It's a high school with motorcycles. If that's your thing, go for it. This is probably the weirdest one on the list because it's just straight up random. Guy's down his luck. He gets kicked out of the orphanage. Saves a guy who thinks he's killing himself when really he wanted to kill himself, but then I guess that wasn't the case, and then we later find out he's a part of a team that, I don't know if they fight crime or solve mysteries or whatever. Fuck you, fucking camera. And it just comes to find out that he's like a tiger. He can change whenever the moon comes out. And then he joins a roughneck group of people and gets part of the team, and oh, look out, antics ensue. I might stick with this one. It seems interesting enough. Well, since last year we had girls who were basically ships and boats and stuff with parts and part of the female body, we now have girls in high school that drive, or that, I guess it would be drive, sail. They sail ships, and very first episode, it went from being cutesy to just very dark all of a sudden. And then they decide they're fighting one another, and I'm just like, okay, that's a bit random. Definitely not gonna stick with this one because I have too many memories from what is that show, Cancoli, where I'm just like, no more girls with ships. If you want the most generic anime this season, look no further than 100. Guy has a sword. Then there's a guy who's a girl, or is it a girl pretending to be a guy? I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a girl pretending to be a guy, but if it ain't, it's a lot of very gay overtones, and it's just strange. With they have this little gem called 100. They transform. They have weapons. They do fighting. This guy is gonna be fighting on the first episode, and I can already see it. He's gonna be fighting this person who's really good, but for some reason he's gonna pull it out of nowhere, pull it out of his ass, and just beat him. Yeah, not really gonna be watching this one. Joker Game's probably one of the more unique animes of the season. It takes place in 1937 Japan. It takes place before World War II was to happen, and it's basically about spies and a little something called the Joker Game, where I'm not really 100% sure myself, but it has to do with one-upping the person and always being one step ahead of them and just learning how to read their bluff. And they explain this through a game of poker how it was done, but then when the episode ended, it turned into about uncovering another spy. And I don't know, it could be interesting. It's one of those things where I'm just not sure what's going on or gonna see it, but I'll keep watching just to give it a chance, I guess. Trigger's pretty much good for the most part, if they don't make something like Ninja Slayer ever again. But, you know, Kill la Kill is their masterpiece. When Battle Place becomes commonplace is their most unique show, and I wish they'd make a second season of it already. This show looks like it might be another one of those unique shows. I don't know entirely what it all entails, but basically everybody's connected through the arm of whatever, Kisniver or whatever it's called. And I don't know what they do, if they're like superheroes or what's gonna happen, but very first episode was very they left out a lot of things, but they kept it to where if you were interested you would want to see more, and I definitely want to see more. Hopefully this one doesn't bomb. I mean, Trigger has some of the best animes so far that they've ever made, with 2. Maybe they can add another one to their collection, who knows. So this is an anime where, I shit you not, there's 30 characters that you have to keep track of. So, you know, pick your favorite. This is one of those shows where I guess it's a horror show or movie. I don't know. It could be drama. There could be a lot of killing. Maybe it's gonna be one of those another anime ripoffs. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what this show is gonna turn into, but it's hard to take interest in 30 characters, especially if some are just so goddamn annoying and you just don't give a shit. And I wish they could have maybe cut it in half. 30? How can you keep track of that? If this is one of those where a whole bunch of people start dying soon, then sure, I'll enjoy it for the sheer gore fact. But other than that, they better pick up soon or else I'm gonna drop it. So I was told to watch this show. I originally wasn't even gonna watch this show, but thanks to my good buddy Marwan Salim, I hope I'm saying that right, I watched it, and the first episode was a 2-parter, so it's basically like a 45-minute first episode. It's probably the most interesting anime of the season that I've seen. Thank you so much for suggesting this to me, because I wasn't going to originally watch it. I was kind of uncertain at first because it had to do with going to another realm, and it looked like something you'd see in the fantasy realm, and I'm like, oh god, here we go, it's another one of these. But then it mixed the genre of fantasy and science fiction, and also, I don't want to spoil it because I think it might spoil it for people, but you'll know when you see it, just that little aspect into it. And I was like, okay, you got my attention. And I just kept watching it, and it's so good so far. I really hope they don't mess it up. I'm wondering what's going to happen, what the end game is for this anime, but so far this is the most entertaining one of the season, besides of course JoJo and the zombie one. Those 3 are probably the more interesting ones. But other than that, there's probably a handful of them that I'm just like, hit or miss. But this one, I highly recommend it. If you guys haven't seen it or weren't even thinking of watching it, check it out. And that was my full, complete list of the spring 2016 season. First reaction. If there's one on the list that I haven't seen, I'm going to eventually get to the Academy Hero one. But boy, did I have to watch a lot. I didn't know there were so many, but hey, it's why I do these. I love watching these shows, and I like making these videos for you guys. Leave a little comment. What is everyone excited for? What are we looking forward to the most? Am I ever going to get a better camera for it to stop fucking doing that? I don't know. I guess we'll find out on the next show. No, I'm kidding. But thank you as always for being patient. I don't know when my next video is going to be up. I have a lot of things going on in my life to where it's probably going to be a while before I post another video, but you never know. You'll have to wait and see what happens. So, and if something does happen, I'll even post a little video letting everybody know my current life situation. So, thank you as always to all my loyal subscribers. From Everything Animated, I salute you.